Lupin the Third Part 6 gave Jigen's voice actor the perfect send-off. Lupin the Third Part 6 is a big deal. It's the anime's 50th anniversary outing, and they're going all out for the occasion. Big things like Mamoru Oshii are on board the right episodes. The story, set in London, also pays tribute to the great detective Sherlock Holmes. Kiyoshi Kobayashi, the final member of the series' original cast, boasts of the role of Daisuke Jigen. Kobayashi has played for over 50 years, an impressive tenor leaving big shoes to fill. Solid Snake voice actor Akio Otsuka is more than up to the challenge, but the sound of it. Before Otsuka took off the hat and gun, Kobayashi had one more outing as Lupin's right-hand man. Episode 0, The Times, was a perfect tribute to Kobayashi's decades in a role, and one we recommend you take in for yourself before reading on. Here's why it hits so perfectly. The gang's all here. Lupin III is an ensemble show. At heart, we all know the gang of five. Yes, Senigata, you're part of this, and half the fun of the show is how they interact, so our farewell to Kobayashi as Jigen will be done complete without a few moments with each of his co-stars, starting with a quiet chat with Senigata, which cycled drawing the entire group. No matter how short, he has a scene with each of them. Though there are clearly some moments they are prioritized, Jigen and Fujiko have never really gotten along, so they were overdue for a heart-to-heart. After a few drinks, everyone was ready to open up about why he's an irreplaceable member of the gang. Showing Lupin heartfelt dedication was behind his partner. Back, we're only going to hear that he put into words why this old-fashioned shooter means so much to him. It's not just nostalgia. Saying goodbye to anyone feels melancholy. If we aren't in shape, we got a little teary during this episode. Thematically, it was an appropriate story. Jigen was getting tired of this gig, feeling out of step with modern life, and considering hanging up his hat. The character isn't going anywhere, of course, but the notion of times changing in the world moving on is relevant. Even so, there was some upbeat moments. Lupin and Jigen shared a drink and had some ill-advised sharp shooting contest indoors. We get the last great scene of Kobayashi opposing Kanichi Korita's Lupin, being silly and ridiculous. That moment makes you remember too. He shared scenes like these with the first Lupin, the late Yasuo Yamada, and it always felt right. An explosive exit, despite the nostalgic themes and the heartfelt monologues, there's no way in hell Jigen is walking out on a loner note. Kobayashi's final moments in the role are apparently high octane, filled with sharpshooting tricks and literal explosions. His last time in the role is absolutely perfect too, but you have to go hear it for yourself. The whole thing is the perfect hat tip to Kobayashi is a celebration of the character that he brought to the role, and when there are sad moments, it's not a sad episode as a whole. Really good look at the third story which will leave you punching the air. And that's the case here. Jigen will have walk off into the sunset at the end of episode 0, with his back voiced by Osaka. For more adventures, the part 6 carries on.